All right, guys. Hey, everyone. What's up? What's happening? What's happening? Let me see. Okay, first here, ready to learn. Helena, Helen Adam. Did I get that? Did I get that? Helen Adam. Good to have you here. Good to have you here. Excited that you're ready to learn. Good to have you here. Good to have you here. Yeah, we are going to be talking about a lot of things about trading psychology because trading psychology is super important to your growth as a forex trader. I'm trying to get okay. We have some people here right now. So if you're active in this life right now, if you're active in this life and you're hearing me very well, I want you to your country drop your country in the chat. Tell me that you're here and tell me where you're from. I want to see those comments. Tell me that you're here and tell me where you're from. Tell me that you're here and tell me where you're from. Let me see those comments in the chat. Let me see those comments in the chat. I need to even make this bigger. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me see those comments in the chat. Hey everyone, what's up? What's happening? Let me see those comments in the chat. Come on, come on. Watching from Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Watching from Zimbabwe. Do we have other people watching here? Do we have other people watching here? Watching from Nigeria. Okay. Nice, 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 nice. Today is going to be packed. Today is going to be packed. We are not planning to stay too long here because this is a weekly thing for us. So we'll come here every week and tell you, and give you things you need to know about trading, give you things you need to know about trading. And the aim is to help everyone in the FX Lens community become successful traders. The aim is to help everyone in the community become successful traders. Watching from Botswana, watching from Zimbabwe, watching from Nigeria, watching from Zimbabwe. We have different countries here across Africa watching this live stream right now. And we are so excited. Keep dropping the country you're watching from. I want to see enough people drop that. Then we go straight into psychology. Psychology is one of the most important part of trading. Psychology is one of the most important part of trading because guess what? You can get everything right. You can get your strategy right. You can get your risk management right. You can get different things right. But if your psychology, you can get fundamental analysis right, technical analysis right. But if your psychology is not set correct, then you still end up losing that trade. So we are talking about beyond just beyond just understanding how the chart works. How does the mind work when trading? What is the mental gymnastics, the mental flow that goes on while trading? So let me see. Drop your countries if you're here. Drop your countries, and we'll soon start rolling with the class properly with our slide. I'll be calling up Zara soon. Zara is an expert forex trader. I'll also call up Hosanna at some point, also an expert forex trader who have made significant amount of money on the chart. These people are available always in the FX Lens community. My name is Daniel Don. I am a forex trader. I've been a forex trader for more than 3 years, 4 years now. But one thing about my journey is how I became successful really quickly. You have people that stay in the game for 5 years, for 10 years, and they are not making any money. But within my first year, because I was coming from a background where I've been an engineer, a software engineer for around 7 years plus, working for international companies across United States, some other African countries, and some European countries. Because of that, I already had a mental picture about money. So when I came inside here, I paid so much attention. To psychology because I knew that beyond strategy, this was something I needed to learn. And because I did that within my first 6 months to a year, I started being profitable in trading. And that has led us to this point we are now, where we built the FX Dance app to help other people come together as a community of triers to make money. We call ourselves the community of triers, and that's because of a reason. It's because we believe that the trying man is the winning man. We believe that the trying woman is the winning woman. The community of triers, we come together, we decide that, we really want to make this thing work for us. and we stay put until we make it work for us. So today we'll be breaking down psychology. How should you think about the market? How should you think about the chart? We see someone here watching from SA, South Africa. Welcome, 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 welcome. I'll be calling up Zara soon. Zara, I think Zara is already on the call. I'll be calling up her. She would start the lesson on psychology. And later, I have something important I want to share, even about the community, because later I would also come back again to talk about, the community and how you can benefit from everything we have going on right now. The testimonials we are receiving this period is insane. People are making so much money from our free signals, and that's so exciting for us. So Zara, how are you doing? Are you here?
Hi, Daniel. Hi, everyone. Good evening. It's
How are
nice
you
to
doing,
be
Zara?
here once again. I'm fine. How are you doing, Daniel?
I'm good. You look so good this evening. What's happening?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Mm,
I'm
okay.
actually really excited to be here this
All right.
evening.
I know you have a lot to share with the community. So you know what? I'll let you take the stage now. The stage is all yours, Zara. Take the stage.
Um,
I'll be right here.
all right, everyone. Hi, everyone. Good evening. If you can hear me and if you can see me clearly, let me just see you guys drop some fire emojis in the chat box. Because I'm actually really excited because the topic that we are talking about today is something that I am always really, really excited about. I love talking about trading psychology. It's something that really, really excites me. Anyone that's been following me for a while in the forex industry knows that I really, really love talking about trading psychology. So, if you're ready to actually learn how to beat the mental game of trading, let me just see you drop some fire emojis in the chat box. Just drop some fire emojis in the chat box so that I can be sure that you guys can see me and that you can hear me. Can anyone hear me? I can't see any response. Can anyone hear me? Oh, okay, great. I can see some fire emojis right now. Okay, I can see that some of you can hear me now. Okay. All right. Okay, I can see everyone now. Right. So what I really want to talk about today is trading psychology because like Daniel previously said, you can actually get everything right, and because of your mindset, you will not be able to make money. There's a lot that goes into trading way beyond just technical analysis and all of that. And that is what I'm going to be diving into today, and I'm gonna be sharing my screen quickly. So if you guys can see my screen, just quickly let me know that you can see my screen. Okay, I'm coming up on my screen right now. A moment, guys. I'm trying to bring up my screen. Can you guys see my screen? Oh, it's not on stage yet. I keep making this mistake. I need to bring my screen on stage. I keep making this mistake. A moment, guys. Let me just get this up and running. Okay. Can you guys see my screen? If you can see my screen, just confirm that you can see my screen. Okay, I guess you guys can see it now. All right, great. Okay. Okay. If you can see my screen, let me just see. Okay, I can see some yeses. Okay, right. Good. I'm so excited to be here. And today I'm going to be talking about how to beat the mental game of trading. And Today I'm gonna actually gonna be focusing on trading discipline because actually in the community we are having a discipline challenge in the community. So I'm like, okay, why not use this Wednesday live today to actually talk about discipline and why discipline is extremely important in trading. Because a lot of traders love to break their trading rules because trading actually gives so much freedom to the point that you have to actually make your own rules. And the thing about making your own rules is that you have to actually enforce them by yourself because no one is going to enforce those rules for you. And if you're not able to keep to the rules that you make for yourself in your trading, you're absolutely not going to make money. So that is why I have why traders break their own rules and how to stop, because if you don't learn how to keep them, you're on a really long thing. Because sometimes if you're actually observant even by yourself, you know that okay, you actually have your strategy correct, you have your risk management correct, you're actually not making money, right? Sometimes you can even be in signal groups where they are dropping signals, right? And people are making money from the signals and you're not. For instance, in our community, we drop signals almost every single day, in fact, every day. And we make a lot of money from our signals in the community. And I'm pretty sure that not everyone in the community still makes money from the signals we drop. Why? The same entry, the same stop loss, the same take profit. Why is it that some people make money and some people don't make money? That is what we are trying to actually look at today and understand how you can beat that mental game. I love to call it the mental game of trading because it is actually a mental task. It is something that you have to overcome mentally for you to be able to get successful at trading. So let me just ask this quick question. If you've ever experienced any of these, just know that this session is for you, right? If you've ever entered a trade that isn't part of your strategy, or you get into a trade, you move your stop loss, and you've promised yourself so many times that I'm not going to move my stop loss because you see the trade coming and you move your stop loss, and eventually that trade hits your stop loss, or you close a winning trade so early because you got nervous that, oh my God, I've made some money, so let me just quickly close this trade so that it doesn't hit my stop loss. Or you take just one more trade after hitting your daily limit. Now, this is a struggle that a lot of traders actually go through, and they don't have anyone to discuss these things with. So if you've ever, or if you're currently experiencing any of these things, the biggest challenge you have isn't technical analysis, it's your trading discipline. And that is why it is extremely important for you to understand the behavioral patterns that are behind these actions. Trust me, you don't just do these things, there are behavioral patterns that are behind it. And when you understand those behavioral patterns, that is when you're able to actually know what is wrong and how to approach it, because you can't find a solution to the problem that you don't even know where it originates from, right? Like if you're sick and you go to the hospital, the doctor is going to ask you, okay, what are your symptoms, right? Your symptoms are this, that, and by the time you give her your symptoms, the doctor is going to be able to be like, okay, this is the problem and this is the medication that you're going to get for it. That is exactly how trading psychology is. You need to understand the things that cause these problems for you to be able to find the solution. If you're with me, let me just see you drop some fire emojis in the chat box. I want to be sure that you guys are following me, because this session I'm going to like give you guys a surgical precision explanation to how you behave when it comes to trading. So if you're with me and you're going to be here to the end of this session and you want to understand how to beat this mental game, just drop some fire emojis for me in the chat box. Okay, I can see you, Helen. Yeah, I can see you guys. All right, great. Let's move ahead. Now, one of the biggest lies a lot of traders tell themselves is that once they find a better strategy, they're going to become more profitable. And that is why you see a lot of traders start strategy hopping, right? Today you're trading SMC, tomorrow you're trading ICT, next tomorrow you're trading support and resistance, because you think that you've not gotten the right strategy. And to be quite frankly, different strategies work for different personalities. In fact, if I'm to be really honest with you, right? When you actually start trading, the truth of the matter is that you're actually going to strategy hop, because you're going to try to find the strategy that actually works for your personality. There are 1,001 strategies in the forex market, and the truth is that not every strategy is going to work for your personality type. So you're going to need that time to actually find a strategy that works for your personality type. Now, the problem is that a lot of times people get stuck in this loop of trying out strategies, right? That eventually, when they find something that works for them for a while, and maybe for some reasons it doesn't work anymore, maybe within a particular market situation, they now decide, oh, it's no longer working, so I need to change, right? You keep searching for the perfect indicator, you keep searching for the perfect mentor. Oh, I need this mentor. Only if this guy is my mentor, I'm gonna do better. If this guy is my mentor, I'm gonna do better. Or looking for the perfect setup. Okay, I want to make sure that all my, of course, you need to wait for all your entries, or me, all your entry confirmations to be complete and all that. But sometimes you still find yourself that even when you see all your entry criteria, you're still not taking your trade. Why does that keep happening? Right? You keep making the same emotional mistakes, right? Because a strategy cannot save a trader who does not follow it, right? Your strategy is one aspect of your trading. There are three aspects of trading that you must pay attention to. You can't do one without the other, right? You must have your strategy, you must have your risk management, and you have your psychology. Now, your strategy, if you're not following the strategy, then the strategy can't save you. If you have your strategy and your risk management is not in place, it's not going to save you. If you have these other things in place and your psychology is not in a good place, it's still not going to save you. So it's like a tripartite system that the three of them has to be present at the same time for your trading to work, right? So execution matters more than information. You have your strategy and you're not making use of it, it's not going to work, right? Now, let's actually even understand what is trading psychology. What is trading psychology, to be really honest? Because everyone keeps talking about trading psychology, trading psychology, trading psychology. Now, what is actually trading psychology? Trading psychology refers to the emotions, thoughts, beliefs, and behaviors that influence every trading decision that you make, right? Before you take a trade, there are thinking processes that you go through. There are things that you believe, oh, if I do this, this is going to happen. Their behaviors you exhibit basically when you want to take a trade. Now, those behavioral area, anything that is not associated with your technical analysis or your risk management falls into the category of your trading psychology, right? It determines whether you follow your trading plan, it determines how you react to your wins, to your losses. It determines how much risk you take. Yes, your trading psychology determines how much risk you take. I'm sure a lot of you don't even understand. Like a lot of people don't understand how important trading psychology is. It's so important that it determines the risk you're taking. If you're taking excessive risk on your trading account, it's a trading psychology problem, right? That is the root. If you're taking way less risk than you're supposed to take, because that is also another problem that a lot of people don't love to talk about. People love to talk about over risking, but nobody talks about under risking. That's another problem, and both of them are all trading psychology problems, right? You find yourself trading, let's say a $10,000 account, and your position sizing is 0.1. Why are you using a 0.1 lot size on a $10,000 account? That is under risking, and that is also a problem that people don't love to talk about, right? Also, another one is whether you remain disciplined under pressure. So all these things are the things that your trading psychology determines for you. And you can see that these factors are factors that are going to determine whether you're going to make money or not, right? So when it comes to trading, your technical analysis is actually what helps you to identify your trading opportunities, right? So all those schematics you draw on your screen, your trend lines, your chart patterns, your candlestick patterns, your breakup structures, and all of those things, they help you to spot the opportunities. Now, after spotting those opportunities, what's next? That is where trading psychology comes in. You've spotted the opportunities, good and fine. Now, any other thing you do after spotting those opportunities to take advantage of that opportunity is as a reflection of your trading psychology. Your trading psychology determines whether you're going to profit from those opportunities you spotted or not. So if you have a really good trading psychology, you'll be able to take advantage. If you don't, you won't be able to take advantage of it. Now, that is why you see a lot of people make you see a lot of people get trading signals that an opportunity has been presented, and that is why a lot of times people you hear a lot of trading mentors try to advise you not to rely on signal, because signals can't make you consistently profitable. Now it's not that signals cannot make you consistently profitable. The truth is that the mindset behind the person taking the signal is not yet at a place where you can be consistently profitable. And that is why we are having these sessions with you guys, because we know that we give you guys signals, and we also want you to be in a place where you can mentally take advantage of the signals we give you. We are not just giving you signal because we know that if you don't understand the mindset behind it, we are just all going to be wasting our time, right? So, and that is not what we want. That is why we also have this session. So, big shout out to the FX Lens team, right? So, I'm supposed to see like some fire emojis for the FX Lens team. I'm not going to continue this class until I see those fire emojis. So, let me just see those fire emojis before we continue this session. Let me just see those fire emojis for the FX Lens team, because this is just a team that really, really cares about your growth in the forex industry. All right. So, let's go on and actually understand why trading psychology matters, right? Two traders can actually take the same exact strategy. One becomes consistently profitable and the other one blows multiple accounts. Like I've said before, the difference is really the strategy. It's how they manage their emotions while executing the trades, right? Now, what is trading discipline? A lot of trading psychology boils down or revolves around trading discipline, because it is your discipline that is going to determine whether you're going to be patient with your trades, whether you're going to execute your trades without fear. A lot of things actually revolves around your trading discipline. So, trading discipline is the ability to consistently follow your trading plan regardless of your emotions, your recent results, or market conditions. Let me take that again. Your trading discipline is the ability to consistently follow your trading plan regardless of your emotions, your recent results, or the market conditions. And I'm going to take a little bit of time to explain what this means. Now, there's something we call a trading plan. And if you don't know what a trading plan is, we're also going to have a session where we're going to be explaining that so that you can actually know what it is and what to do with that. A trading plan basically is a list of your confluences and everything you need to do during, before, and after a trade, right? So every single decision you're going to make in your trading should be included in your trading plan. Now, trading discipline is your ability to follow those rules that you've made down, regardless of how you feel. So even if you're looking at the market, right, your trading plan, everything according to your trading plan says buy, and you think market is going to sell, you're not going to think like it literally means that you're behaving like a robot, right? In fact, to even quite simplify it, your trading discipline is you behaving like a robot when it comes to trading. Execute your trades without emotions. It doesn't matter. Even if you made wins before, it doesn't matter. You made losses before, it doesn't matter. What are the market conditions saying? It doesn't matter. All you know to do is to execute exactly what your trading plan says, right? It means it means taking valid setups without any form of hesitation, right? Any valid setup you see, you take it without any hesitation. Once it aligns with your entry confluences, you take it. You're not thinking, you're not overthinking. The problem with a lot of traders is that they overthink trading. You don't have to overthink. Trading is quite literally, trading is simple. To be very honest, trading is very, very simple. What makes trading difficult is when you start mixing trading with emotions. That is what gets trading complicated. Trading is simple. You have your entry criteria. Once your entry criteria is met, place your buy or your sell. Now, anything that happens in between that trade buy and sell is not your business. Now, the way I approach trading, personally, the way I approach trading is that once I mark out my trading zones, anything that happens in the market before and after the price gets down my entry zone is none of my business. The only thing I'm waiting for is price to get to my entry zone. Unless maybe due to the market situation, I see something that signifies, okay, this is no longer a valid zone. That is the only time I can change. But as long as the criteria is still the same, anything that happens in the market, it doesn't move me. I don't care about it. All I'm waiting for is price to get to that my entry. And once I hit that buy and sell, anything that happens in between is none of my business. It's either it goes to take profit or it goes to stop loss. Now, of course, there are things like breaking even, and even for those things, I have rules that guide them, right? So once I've moved my stop loss from my entry to break even, I have reasons why I've moved my stop loss, my break even. Anything that happens within those moments anymore, nothing is going to make me take it from that break even back to the no. anything that happens in between is none of my business anymore. Like those are things that are beyond your control, right? So you have to be able to take value setup without any hesitation. Ignore invalid setups even when they look tempting. Like I told you guys, anything that is not within my entry criteria, anything that is not within my trade, is none of my business. I don't care what the market is doing, it's none of my business. Respecting your risk limits, accepting losses without changing your rules, remaining consistent whether you're winning or you're losing. So all those things, like I said, they're none of my business, right? So once I place that trade, once I hit that buy, hit that sell, and once I place that stop loss, and once I place that take profit, nothing is changing it, because anything I'm doing in between those trades is now me being emotional about my trading. That is simply what emotional trading is. When you start taking decisions in the middle of your trades, that is like whenever you find yourself making any decisions in between your trades, you're literally trading emotionally at that moment, right? That is why you need to have a predefined risk, predefined entry, predefined stop loss, predefined take profit. Have those things set. If those things are not set and you take that trade, you're going to start trading emotionally, right? Now let's actually even understand why traders break their own rules, right? It's not because a lot of traders don't even have knowledge, because if you are to be honest, a lot of us know so much about trading, right? It's simply because we lack self-control under pressure. Because to be honest, trading can actually keep you under pressure. Personally, I've been on a euro trade since yesterday and it's just been dancing around. Anything, even if that trade is going to be there for the next 1 week, I really don't care. As long as it doesn't hit, the only thing I care about is that trade is either hits my stop loss or it hits my take profit, and that's just it. Anything he wants to do is really none of my business, right? So it's actually lack of self-control, because when I started out trading, if it was me, if it was the previous me, right, I would have thought, like, what am I doing? I would have closed that trade, because I would have been like, because the trade has made me really good profit and then it comes back, it makes me really good profit and then it comes back. I'm not emotional about it. I really don't care. It's either it gives me money or it doesn't give me money. It's finished. It's not a life and death matter, right? A lot of you approach trading like it's a life and death matter. It's not a life and death matter. It either gives me money or it doesn't give me money. As long as it hasn't hit my take profit, it hasn't hit my stop loss, and it hasn't given me any reason to exit the trade. In fact, I don't even have any reason to exit it. I don't exit trades manually. It either has to hit my stop loss or my take, because for me to even put my stop loss at a particular zone, I have my reasons for putting it there. So once it gets there, fine and good. If I close the trade without it getting to that stop loss area, I'm invalidating my own rules, because I know what I saw that made me put that stop loss there. So why do I now have to remove it? You see, that is what we call emotional trading. Now let's actually even talk about the human our human makeup, right? Let's leave all these like complex parts. Let's talk about our human makeup, right? Our brain naturally, the human mind naturally is not designed for trading. And that is why it's quite difficult to get successful at trading, because the way our body is designed is not designed for trading success. Our mind is not wired to get successful at trading, because trading literally is the opposite of what our brain wants us to do, right? The human brain evolved to keep us alive, right? And not to help us trade financial markets, right? So in everyday life, acting quickly protects us from danger. In trading, acting emotionally often creates unnecessary losses. Now, I'm going to break this down and I'm going to explain it so that you can really, really understand what this means. So that next time when you start panicking in your trade, you understand why you're panicking. Now, from the evolution of human beings, right? Human beings have been designed to find safety. So anything that your brain interprets as harm, your body will try to fight against it. Trading, your mind interprets trading as harm, right? Why do I say that? When you place a trade, your brain interprets it as this person is trying to take money from me. This market is trying to take money from me. It's trying to steal my money. That is what your brain understands, because you're putting in money, right, without any guarantee that that money is going to come back to you. Like, are you guys understanding the psychology behind this thing? You need to understand. That's why it's called trading psychology. You need to understand the psychology behind it so that you know how to behave. So when you take a trade, because you don't have a guarantee that that money is going to come back to you. Your brain interprets it like you're getting robbed. So, what does your brain try to do? Whenever the brain senses danger, it goes into flight or fight mode, right? It either runs away or it fights. If it's a situation where it can run away, it runs. If it's a situation where it cannot run away, it fights. Now, that is why you start trying to close your trades. You're trying to run flight mode. Are you guys understanding the psychology behind this? If you're following me, let me just see some fire emojis in the chat box. If you're with me, let me just see some fire emojis in the chat box. If you're with me, if you're following what I'm saying, if you're understanding the psychology behind what I'm explaining, let me just see some fire emojis in the chat box. I want to be sure that you guys are following me. I want to be sure that you guys understand this thing I'm saying. I want to be sure that you guys, because this is some deep stuff I'm sharing today. This stuff I'm sharing today, honestly, I charge a lot of money for one-on-one sessions for these training psychology topics. I charge a lot of money for it, but because FX Lens, I'm giving it to you guys for free, right? So when your brain senses that you're in a trade and it looks like you're not going to make money from that trade, right? When it starts going towards your stop loss, what does your brain do? It tells you that this is danger, run away. This is danger, run away. This is danger, run away. That's what starts happening in your mind. And that is why you start closing your trade. That is one side of it. Now, the other side of it is that you either you either run or you fight, right? So now let's come to the fight mode. So let's say eventually that trade finally hits your stop loss, right? You feel defeated. So what does the brain do? It fights. And how does this fighting come up in your trading? You start revenge trading. Do you understand? Like, are you guys getting the psychology behind this? Are you guys understanding the psychology behind this? So once you're not able to run, the next action is that you need to fight. You either that's why you close your trades or you start revenge trading after a losing trade. Now the truth is that you have to reverse engineer your mind. When you're in a trade, you have to tell your mind that this is not, we are not fighting, this is not war, right? This is not war. I'm completely safe, right? So when you start having that urge to like close your trade, you have to tell your mind that no, this is not, we are not fighting, I'm at peace, I'm not in danger. You actually have to train your mind to understand that you're not in danger. So it is not the fact that you're closing your trades is not your fault. That is just how you're designed as a human being. That is just your natural makeup as a human being. You're just trying to make yourself feel safe, right? So your brain, like I explained before, your brain naturally wants to avoid pain. It wants to chase rewards. It wants to seek certainty. It wants to react immediately. This is just natural. This is just how God created man, right? That is the natural state of your mind. But the truth is that, like I said before, the human mind was not designed for trading. So you have to retrain your mind. And this is where it becomes difficult because this is something you've known since you were a child. Since you were a child, you've been taught to protect yourself, you've been taught to do this, you've been taught to like, you've been taught all these things. Like we've been programmed to do all these things, but now you're 20, you're 25, you're 27, now you're trading and you have to do the opposite of all the things that you've learned how to do, you've been taught to do. So it becomes difficult to retrain yourself. So you see where it now starts getting difficult, right? It becomes difficult to retrain yourself because this is who you've been for the past 25 years. And then all of a sudden, in 1 year, I'm trading. You're not telling me that no, I have to change myself, I have to change this. So it's just become difficult because change is not something that is very easy for human beings to do. So that is just the psychology behind why a lot of times trading psychology becomes just quite difficult for a lot of traders to handle. Right now, let's actually look at the battle between logic and emotion, because in trading, it's either you're trading logically or you're trading emotionally. Those are just that's just how it's categorized, right? Once you're in the market trading, you fall into two categories. You're either trading logically or you're trading emotionally, right? So once you're in the market, there are two competing voices in your head. Now, let's actually even look at the logical mind. What does your logical mind tell you? Your logical mind tells you to follow your plan, wait for your confirmation, risk only what you have planned to lose, like all those right things you're supposed to do when trading, right? That is what your logical mind tells you. Now, what does your emotional mind tell you? Of course, I'm sure you've guessed by now. Your emotional mind tells you the exact opposite of what your logical mind tells you. It tells you to enter now before you miss the trade, double your lot size, move your stop loss, hold a little longer. So once you start getting all these kind of feedback, just know that it is your emotional mind that is talking to you. Now, what actually separates the profitable traders from the profitable traders is that any voice you repeatedly obey becomes your trading habit. It's not difficult, it's quite simple. It's really that simple. Any voice you repeatedly obey, it becomes your trading habit, because that is the habit you keep on reinforcing. And once you keep reinforcing a habit, it becomes part of you. So to just solve your trading problem, all you just need to do is to start listening more to your logical mind. It is really that simple, right? So why does it actually why do your emotions feel so convincing? Because to be honest, when you're looking at these emotions, they don't announce themselves as emotions. For instance, when you're about to revenge trade, your mind doesn't tell you, okay, now it's time for us to revenge trade, let's go. The market doesn't tell you that. Or when you want to overtrade, the market is not going to be like, okay, today is a very very good day for us to start overtrading, let's go. Or the market doesn't come to be like, man, today I'm so scared today, so let's trade out of fear today. The mind is, is that what your mind tells you? The mind doesn't tell you that, right? It always masks itself as logic. It always tells you things like, oh my god, this setup looks so good to me, so if I wait for this thing to, you might not get my entry. If I wait, I might miss this trade, so let me just get in before I miss this trade. Or you tell yourself, okay, since I've lost two trades now, right? Okay, so if this third one I'm gonna take now, once I take this third one, it's going to recover all my profits. That is revenge trading speaking to you. It's not gonna come to you and be like, my name is Mr. Revenge Trading, and today I want us to revenge trade gold. You know, we lost two trades on gold in the morning, so this afternoon I need us to revenge trade. No, it's not gonna tell you that, right? Everything masks itself as being logical, and that is why you need to be extremely careful, because your emotional mind is really skilled at creating convincing excuses for you. The truth is that the excuse is gonna be really convincing, right? Just one more trade, this setup looks really good. Meanwhile, you've crossed your daily loss limit. You've crossed your daily loss limit, but a trade is looking really good. So why not? It's logical for me. Am I gonna just look at this trade and let it go? No, I'm gonna take it. So what do? You take it, and once you've done that, you've broken your rule, right? And the truth is that it's not just about one broken rule, right? A lot of times when you break your trading rules, it leads to a chain of other reactions, right? It often creates a chain reaction that looks like this, right? So what happens is that first of all, you break one rule, right? And maybe because you didn't wait for the price to get to your entry, you lose money. Or let's even say that you take a trade you're not supposed to. Maybe you already had two previous losses, right? And then you're like, oh my god, let me just take this last one, and you take that one, you lose money. Now you're feeling frustrated because I shouldn't have even taken this trade. I should have just let it go. Now, because you feel frustrated, you try to recover. So you now feel really frustrated that you've already lost money. So you want to make back that money. Remember what I talked about? Fight and flight, right? You did not flee. Now you want to fight because you feel defeated. Your emotions are hot. You feel frustrated. You want to fight. What do? You take another poor trade. And what happens? You lose that one. And what happens? You lose confidence. And what happens? The cycle keeps repeating itself. Like, do you see how you keep yourself stuck in a cycle? The same thing, you just keep repeating them over and over and over and over and over again, right? And you tell yourself, okay, so tomorrow I'm not going to do this again. I'm not going to make this mistake. But the truth is that willpower is not enough to get you successful at trading. Your willpower is not enough. You can decide and be like, oh, today I'm not gonna risk more than I'm supposed to risk, or I'm not gonna revenge trade today. Your willpower is not enough. A lot of traders believe that, oh, if I can be disciplined, if I try harder, if I force myself, I can be more disciplined. No, you can't force yourself to be more disciplined, right? Because the more decisions you make under pressure, the more mental energy you consume. That is why sometimes you find out that after trading, when you're trading, you see that when you're trading, there's no physical labor involved in trading. There is actually, you just literally sit down, buy and sell, right? There's no physical labor involved in trading. But sometimes you find yourself that after a trading day, you're so tired, you're so exhausted. Why? Because you've performed a lot of mental work, like you've consumed a lot of mental energy because you're trying to balance decisions, and it's not supposed to be so. It's actually not supposed to be so. Trading is supposed to be okay, this is this, okay, do this, and that is what it should be. But because you're juggling so much mental energy, you get tired, right? Excuse me, you get tired after your trading. Now, professional traders don't rely on motivation, they build systems that reduce the need. Yeah, Henry said this is deep, yet we take it exactly. It is so deep, yet people take it so lightly. A lot of professional traders, they don't rely on motivation. They build systems that reduce the need for constant self-control. You can't self-control yourself into trading profitability without system. You actually need to build a system, and that system is what keeps you in check. Your discipline is built before your trade. The easiest time to make a good trading decision is before emotions appear. That is why before you take a trade, you need to have your entry, you need to have your stop loss, you need to have the amount you're risking, you need to have your take profits, you need to have your break even rules. At any point you find yourself taking a trade without any of these confirmed, you're going to be stuck in the middle of making an emotional decision when you're trading, right? A trader who decides their entry criteria, stop loss, take profit, position size, and maximum daily loss before entering a trade is far less likely to make emotional decisions. Like I just explained, once you have all these things sorted out before taking a trade, the chances that you're going to make emotional decision is very, very, very low. Because a lot of times when you see when you catch yourself revenge trading, when you catch yourself doing all these things, you know that if you're going to be really truthful and honest to yourself, you don't even have what you're looking at. You don't even have what you're looking for. Or you're just vibing and hoping that okay, this trade is going to make me some money. Okay, let me just see where the trade get. No, you don't get into a trade and see where that trade gets to. That is one mistake a lot of traders make. You don't get into a trade and you're hoping to see, oh, where does this trade get to? No, you don't do that. You have to actually have a place of going and be like, this is where I'm going to exit this trade from, right? Because every broken rule has a trigger, right? Rules are rarely broken without a reason, because some things are like sometimes it's because you had a recent losing streak, sometimes you had a really big winning day. Now, when you have a recent losing streak, what does it do? It forces you to start revenge trading, right? So when you have a really big winning day, what happens? It forces you into overconfidence, right? You have FOMO, boredom, the urgency to recover losses quickly. All these things are the triggers that cause so many trading psychology problems. So whenever you find yourself revenge trading, ask yourself what caused this revenge trading. Whenever you find yourself being overconfident in the market, ask yourself, why am I overconfident, right? Because if you don't identify the triggers that make you behave in this way, you're going to keep making those mistakes and you're not going to be able to manage them, because you can only find solutions to problems that you know where their origin is from, right? Are you guys with me? Yeah, okay. So let's continue. One other thing I need you guys to understand is that discipline is a habit, it's not a personality, right? Nobody was born with trading discipline. Nobody literally was born with trading discipline. Everyone learns it, right? You become disciplined by repeating the same behaviors. Remember, I talked about logical and emotional trading, right? So you just have to be giving your brain a feedback of your logical side whenever you're in the middle of a trading, right? You don't make emotional decisions. So that is how you build discipline. Always give your brain feedback based on your trading rules, not based on how you feel. That is how you build your trading discipline, because every time you follow your trading plan, right, you strengthen a habit, right? Every time you follow your trading plan, you strengthen a habit. And every time you ignore your trading plan, you strengthen the opposite habit. And that is not what you want, right? So every decision you make in the market, you're training yourself. But that's what people don't even realize. Every decision you make in the market, you're training your mind. Remember, I told you guys that our mind was not designed for trading. So you have to reverse engineer it. So every decision you take in the opposite of what our minds was trained to do, you're retraining your mind. It's just like some people that grew up with childhood trauma. Now, as an adult, you have to like retrain yourself to understand that, oh, this is not normal. Fighting is not normal. This is not normal, right? You have to keep on reinforcing those kind of behaviors for your mind to really, really understand that, okay, this is how this is supposed to be, right? You also need to stop rewarding bad behavior. And one, the I think the worst behavior traders make is that they judge themselves by profits, right? Now the truth is that a bad trade can make money and a good trade can lose money. You don't judge a good trade by a trade that made money, and you don't judge a bad trade by a trade that lost money. A good trade is a trade you executed following your trading plan, and a bad trade is a trade you executed without following your trading plan. That is simply how to judge a trade. Because if you go outside your trading plan and take a trade and that trade makes money, that was a bad trade, whether you like it or not. Why? Because if you keep reinforcing that behavior over time, you're going to see that you're going to have a poor trading result. If you take 100 trades, you're going to find out that maybe just about 20 of them were good and about 80 of them were bad. But if you judge your trading performance based on how well you follow your trading plan, you will have a few losing trades here and there, but overall, you're going to come out profitable. The problem is that traders love to judge their trading success by individual trades. You don't judge trading success by individual trades. You need to really, really understand this and have it at the back of your mind. Trading is a series of wins and losses, right? You have to take a sample of a number of trades across a period of time to know, okay, this strategy, is it working? Am I profitable or am I not profitable? Not by single individual trade, right? You need to think like a professional trader. You need to think and focus on process, right? Focus on the process. Once the process is right, the results are going to come eventually, right? But amateur traders focus on the outcome because a lot of times the outcome is what? To make money. That is the outcome. No, don't focus on the outcome. And I know that this sounds quite like it doesn't quite sound right, but that is the truth. If your focus is to make money, and don't get this wrong, we're on the forex market to make money, right? Yes. But how to make money in the forex market is by actually focusing on the process, not focusing on the dollar value. If you keep your focus on the dollar value, that is the only thing you can see. And the problem with that is that you're going to do anything just to grab that dollar. And that is not how it's supposed to be. You're not supposed to put yourself in a position where you can do anything just to grab that dollar. Because if you keep reinforcing that behavior, it's going to really, really affect your trading, right? So you need to always ask yourself this question as if you're a professional. Did I follow my rules, right? That is what professionals do. Ask yourself, this trade I'm taking today, did I follow my rules? How much of traders be like, today did I make money? That's what a lot of, I'm sure that's what a lot of you ask. After a trading day, some of you are like, oh my god, I didn't make money today, and you feel bad. No, you just actually ask yourself, did I follow my trading rules? And if you followed your trading rules, whether that trade was a win or a loss, it was a good trade, right? And that is exactly what you should be focused on. Whether you make money or whether you don't make money, it's a good trade. Now the next thing you also need to do is that you need to keep a trading journal. Track more than profit. A lot of you are just tracking your profits. Did I make money today? Did I not make money today? No. Track your other trading behaviors. Did I revenge trade? Why did I revenge trade? What happened? Did I overtrade? Why did I overtrade? Okay, I overtraded because yesterday I had 3 wins, and because I had 3 wins, I now felt like, oh, I figured the market out. So I went into the market and I was too confident, and then I overtraded. That is how to track your trading progress. Are you guys getting me? I'm giving a lot of tips. Like, people, smart people are really, really getting a lot of tips from what I'm sharing here. I'm literally teaching you how to journal your trades, right? When you make a trading decision, ask yourself, what prompted this decision that I made now, right? Once you find out what prompted that decision you make, note it down. And you now need to be careful of that emotion whenever it comes up. So you now know that, oh, whenever I have 2 or 3 winning trades at once, I get overconfident, right? Now you have this information. So what happens the next time you have 2 or 3 winning trades? You already know that there's a tendency for you to become overconfident. So what happens? You now check yourself. you now have to actually check yourself, right? After every trade, ask yourself, did I follow my setup? Did I respect my risk? Did I break my rules? What emotion was my strongest emotion today? What do I need to improve? And that is how you consistently stay at the top of your game, right? That is how you consistently improve yourself in your trading. And if you can do, I know I've shared a lot in just like about in just about 45 minutes. I've shared so much value, and I know that I've shared so much value. And everything I've shared with you in this life today, if you can consistently do it for the next 3 months, you're going to see a drastic improvement in your trading. A very, 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 very drastic improvement in your trading. Because I'm sure that a lot of you know one, two, three, four, or more strategies you're trading. So strategy is not your problem. This right here is what is your problem. And I need you to come back to this video tomorrow, next week, until it sinks right into your brain and until you start practicing. So if you're gonna come back to this video to rewatch it, let me just see you drop some yes in the comments, because I want to make sure that you guys really, really get this. So let me just see you drop some yeses in the comments. Let me see you drop some yeses in the comments. Okay, great, great, great. All right, I can see you guys. So, and lastly, you also need to understand that you need to actually follow your risk properly. Remember, I told you guys before that for every trade you take, you have to ask yourself, these are the questions you need to ask yourself. Did I respect my risk? Did I break my rules? So what you need to understand is that in the FX Lens app, there is actually a position size calculator that will help you to calculate your risk properly, to make sure that you're taking the appropriate risk for your account, right? So you're not just entering any blind trade, because poor risk management is actually one of the reasons why people have trading psychology problems, because a lot of times you find yourself you're taking way more risk than you're supposed to take, right? And before you know, you're not trying to manage the trades because the risk you're taking is way more than what you take, or sometimes you take way less risk than you're supposed to take. Because you took way less risk, you now think that, oh, I should have made more money. So you now try to make more money and you jump into another trade just because you want to make more money. No, you need to learn how to calculate the proper risk for your account. And there's a risk calculator on the FX Lens app that can help you do that. Just enter the pair you're trading, your stop loss, everything is just there, and you feel it and just automatically calculates the risk you're supposed to take. And you can also build your own trading plan, right? Build your own trading plan inside of the FX lamp. And this, and trust me, all these features are for free. You can actually use them completely for free. Build your own trading plan, know what you want to do, and every single day go over it before you take any trade. Ask yourself, this trade I'm taking right now, does it meet my trading plan? Does it not meet my trading plan? And make sure that you keep following it consistently. And lastly, make sure that you're in the FX Lens community, because we are the trials community where we keep on encouraging traders to keep on trying until the day they become successful. All right. So I hope you guys got some value from this session, and that will be the end of my journal. And I'll be handing over to Daniel to just quickly do any
Yeah,
other thing that we have to do.
yeah. This was a really exciting session, Zara. I mean,
Yeah.
how are we giving out so much knowledge for free right here? This is
We really, really just want people in this community to get really successful at training. That's just our goal.
yeah, because like most of the things we shared now, most of the things Zara talked about, this is paid knowledge. This is paid knowledge.
Exactly.
And the thing is, we'll probably organize one class and put a hefty fee on it, hefty fee
Right.
amount, because it will make people more serious and more intentional about showing
Yeah.
up. This was serious. This was serious game, right? So we are wrapping up right now. We don't have much to talk about. Like I said, this class wasn't supposed to take too long. For some people, this is a boring class. Why should you talk about trading psychology? Show us the chart, take a trade, send a signal, let us enter. That's what most people have in mind. But the thing is, that's why most people fail. The few people who are willing to do the boring stuff are the ones who make money, because
Exactly.
the major part in trading is the boring part, and
Trading
most
is
people
actually really
aren't willing
boring.
to do the boring part. Yeah, it's boring to wait, right? And
Yes.
that's with psychology. It's boring to wait. It's boring to know that I'm expecting the market to reach this zone before I enter, and then you keep waiting, and then it comes close to that zone, it goes back, it comes close again, it goes back, and you're still waiting. The most important things in trading is the boring part. So if you stayed here up till now, Leave a comment in that comment section. I see Mrs. Helen has been here. She has been so consistent right here, and this is I'm super proud of you because I know that you're definitely gonna kill it, right? Because people who do this boring work are the people who make the most money. And me, I've been making money from trading for a long time, right? I've been making money from trading for a few years now. That's been an exciting journey. But guess what? It has been a boring journey. Guess the part that's not boring? My account is not boring, right? My bank is not boring anymore, right? But these are things you need to understand. These are things you need to learn and take seriously. So if you're not active, first of all, I want you to do something for me if you're right here, whether you're watching this video now or you come back to watch it later. I want you to follow this FX Lens page, the YouTube page, like this video, and then join us in the trials community. What we do is every day we post signals, unless we don't see anything on the chat. But every day we post quality signals in the FX Lens app. Sometimes and many times we post in the free community, which is the Signal group, the community right there. We post signals there, but we also post premium signals for subscribed users. So whichever place you fit, whether you're a paid user or you're a free user, there's something for you in the community. Hop into the community. We are starting a lot of things, a lot of challenges, discipline checks. Zara talked about the discipline check we are doing right now, where every day at the end of the day, we come and ask you, okay, what did you achieve today? And under that comment section, you can share what you did today, what you traded today, and we can give you advice if you need any, right? So the next week live we are going to have, next week Wednesday live, we are going to be taking questions in the community and answering them on the live, right? So next week live, there will be a particular post that we'll put out in the community sometime within this week or on Monday, where we'll collect questions regarding trading, questions regarding FX Next, questions regarding how to move your journey further on the chart. We'll collect those questions and then we'll come on this live and answer those questions. Because guess what? If we are not making you profitable, then um we have lost the plot. We have literally lost the plot. And why we are happy is that we are seeing so many people who are making money from what we are doing. We are seeing so many people who are making money from what we are doing. Someone sent me a screenshot the other day. I don't know how much account size he funded, minimal account size, and he was able to take, I think it was like a $30 account or so, or $40 account. I've forgotten right now, through one of our gold signals, specifically the gold signal on Friday. He was able to take that money to more than $300. Now, for some people, maybe $300 is not a big deal, but think about someone going from 30 something dollars, $40 to $350 thereabout. He sent me that screenshot and I was happy for him. Someone has sent me a thank you message in the past where one of our signals helped him make $15,000 on the chart. So, are you saying that there's something for everybody? $2 person, $30 person, 15K person. We are active. We are active in the community. So drop some love in the comment section for Zara. Zara has done amazingly well today. And if you benefited from this, tell us in the comment section. We would see you again next week. All right. Zara, what do you say? We come to a close right here.
Yes, definitely will come to, because another thing I also would love you guys to do is that once you attend these sessions, right? Always let people in the community know that there's so much value going on in this session so that they can also join these sessions, because we actually want more people to be aware of the information we are giving on this live session, right? So once we drop a post in the community about it, we just encourage other traders to also come and get the same value that you're getting. That's just what I would love to say. And yeah, we are done.
Sure. Once after this live, we are going to drop a post in the community about the session, and then in that post, I want you to go to that post and leave a comment about something you learned from this live, and we'll be right there to respond to you. With that said, we've come to the end. Good night, everyone, and I'll see you next week Wednesday. Bye bye. Stay tuned.